So you want to replace a flex disc or drive shaft coupler and your E90 from 2007 to 2012 NW328i. Okay, I got you. We have our faulty drive shaft coupler or flex disc, whatever you want to call it. But part stores, if you're trying to get the part, call it a drive shaft coupler because it'll be a lot easier for them to find it in the computer. You're most likely going to need some kind of penetrant. I don't care what brand you use, just some kind of penetrant. And you might even need a torch. Of course, that's going to be about anywhere between $5 and $10. The head of this is about 20 bucks at Harbor Freight. You can get 2 cans of propane for $10, basically $5 a can. Over here at the back of the differential, you know what the hell I mean. Anyways, you are going to have 4 E12 sockets. If you're new to German cars, you're going to have to buy a lot of tools. This is one of the tools that you're going to have to buy. Oh my god, my camera won't focus. That's as good as we're going to get. But yeah, don't use a drill like I did unless you're feeling risky. Use a ratchet instead. Please don't comment about my cheap ass tools. I'm helping you out. Please don't bust my balls. So after you remove those 4 E12 bolts, that's probably going to be the easiest part, assuming that you did not strip them out like a total dumbass like I almost did the first time. The hardest part of this job is probably going to be separating the drive shaft from the differential at the plate that they meet at. It's very hard to see with all this fucking rust. This car came from Chicago. But what I have here is a little baby hammer and a little chisel, because you are going to need to smack those motherfuckers. Like, basically, you're going to get up in here, and you're going to whack with your hammer, and you're going to try and get it just a little bit loose. Do not try to get it off all the way at once, because you're going to want to work this off in pieces. You're going to want to spin the drive shaft, go to the other side, do the same thing, keep rotating, until eventually you'll be able to pull them apart. If you don't do this the right way, you will have a very bad day. For all you stock boys, I forgot to mention that I do not have my cover. I'm not running that motherfucker because I get up under this motherfucker way too many times for me to leave that on, and it's a pain in the ass. And with the cover on, I wouldn't be able to drop the drive shaft as easily. Right here, this way, I can drop the drive shaft in about 10 minutes, maybe less. Okay, moving forward, you're going to find and locate your carrier bearing. This is going to be midway down your 2-piece drive shaft. You're going to have... 1 second. 2 13 mil. Goddamn. But yeah, you're welcome. I stopped the video just to make sure I could get the bolt size for you. So yeah, you're gonna take those 2 out. That one and that one. You might want to grab a U-joint because of the way that it sits in relation to the exhaust. Because contrary to what some people might tell you, you do not have to drop your goddamn exhaust to take this motherfucker out. I was so devastated when I heard you have to drop your exhaust. Fuck no, I'm lazy. I'm not doing all that shit because this drive shaft slides right on out, baby. So after you take those 2 out, you're gonna get, you have 6 total bolts and nuts here. Okay, so you got 3 on this plate right here. 1, 2, and 3. Ooh, that's looking mighty crusty. Thank God we're getting her out of here. Anyways, you're gonna get these 3 on the front, the ones that are touching this plate. Yes, last time this motherfucker failed, it almost cost me a drive shaft. No, we can't have that again. Then there's gonna be 3 on the back. Don't worry about those yet. So get these 3 out, and your drive shaft will pop right out. Then after that, after you got your drive shaft out the way, then you're gonna go ahead and focus on not that one, this one, and this one. Okay, that will allow you to take this out, and then just to put everything back together is going to be the reverse of everything else. I do want to point out real quick, I don't know why you would if you're not replacing the carrier bearing, but I feel like it's worth saying anyways. Do not separate this motherfucker. At least I've heard on other videos that I was researching when I was trying to do this job for the first time myself, that there are notches in the drive shaft that you can only put it back one way, and it doesn't matter if you scribe it or not. They're wrong. At least for my car, mine's a 08 328i 4-door sedan. 6, whatever, you know. Mine is not keyed, or whatever you want to call it, and I tried my best to describe it, but I'm pretty sure I'm off by like 1 or 2 teeth, which is throwing off the balance just ever so noticeably. I'm picky like that. I don't know why I'm picky, because I'm so lazy, but I just am, and I felt like you should know that. So pay attention. Don't separate the drive shaft if you don't have to. Keep your balance, okay? All jokes aside though, before I wrap this up, be safe. Use your head. If you're not sure how to do something safely, look it up, okay? I'm a Florida man, okay? And I'm broke. This is my daily driver, right? Like, I'm broke as fuck, man. This motherfucker runs great, but looks terrible. I don't know if you can see the paint, but yeah. And then that motherfucker looks great, but runs terrible. So I got one of each. One day I'll get a car that looks great and runs great. But anyways, be safe. Use your mind. Stay safe out there. Use a jack stand. Yeah. So do not be inspired by my dumbassery. It's mainly just to be funny, and also because I take risks like that, but just because I do doesn't mean you should either.